I'm Ed Cooper and I'm the Operations Director for Thames Valley Innovation and Growth Limited. The programme is called the High Growth Accelerator and it has an associated product called Coaching for High Growth. The aim is to take companies that are turning over approximately £1 million, that have a proven product, but they may have plateaued in their growth. They've grown to this point, they're now at the point where they need to take the next step change and learn from the experience of people who have already grown businesses to take their business forward to the next level.
The Henley Accelerator programme was a very powerful element of the overall coaching programme, and the benefits to us, we were able to focus in on particular areas, particularly around product strategy, marketing strategy, and ensuring that we were starting to think about the different elements of our business in ways that would allow us to manage and achieve our objectives. That was very, very constructive.
And that's how we ended up at via CEDA to Thames Valley Innovations doors, who helped us enormously, to get the grant, which we did, and thereafter we rate them as good mates as to how they've helped and how they are helping.
That sort of point in time in terms of our strategy, we took the decision to introduce a product development team, and effectively we started trying to run a completely separate business alongside the core business, but with the same management team. And the management team at that time had fairly limited board level experience. So when we were then starting to think about fundraising and some of these other aspects that came into the thinking, we needed additional support to provide the gravitas and the guidance to be able to go out and deliver on those objectives.
And the help we've then enjoyed has been not so much the technical, it's more how do we actually get that out into a proposition, a product, a service, and sold into the outside world.
Peers within the programme was also invaluable. It meant that we got a lot of those issues out on the table early, and therefore we're much better prepared as we move forward and as we executed on that strategy.
And having someone to come here once a month and make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing is very helpful.
It takes you out of yourself. It makes you look at what you're doing and why you're doing it, both personally and from a company standpoint. Are you focusing on the right things? If you are, it's giving you the reinforcement that you are. If you're not, stop doing it and get on to what you should be doing.
And that is something that is very important when you have someone who is impartial, is not working in the business, is looking at the business from a completely different angle. So that was very useful.
So we wanted to see what have other companies been through? There must be other companies that have broken through this ceiling, and what have they done and how have they achieved it? So this is where the coaches are coming in really useful, because they've seen companies break through that. And what we're actually doing at this point, for example, is we're putting a management team in place, and we've got 6 managers in the business right now taking ownership of different departments, and that's freeing up our time as directors to then look strategically at the business going forwards.
It allows us to be in front of peers who are of our equal in terms of their experience in running businesses. There's nothing that we will have seen that they haven't, so it's a good sounding post from that angle.
What's really done is it's stopped us making more bad decisions than we would have done otherwise. And I think bad decisions cost money, it can cost time, of course, and it can stop the business growing, can even cause us to fail. So I think part of our success is definitely down to getting the right people in the business earlier than we would have done otherwise, because we couldn't have afforded to pay them.
The biggest advantage was that he would help me be more focused about what I wanted to achieve, and also to have someone to bounce ideas off was of great help.
One example is in business reporting. So they helped us put together an overall spreadsheet to map the different parts of the business, to look at cost analysis, and in the way it was done didn't need an account system, and I had never come across anything like it before. But it was just perfect for our business, because it meant we could model the costs in the business in the different areas.
I haven't got somebody who's doffing their cap to me because I'm paying his bill. Not at all. Quite the opposite.
5 years later, we're now turning over £1.5 million We've got 24 people in the office working here full time, and we've got over 330 customers.
The business has grown quite a lot since then. I think at that time probably there was 15 of us in the business. Now there is 25. Our turnover at the time was about 1.5 million, and now it's about 3 million. So it has grown dramatically in the last 3 years.
If I was to sum up the support we've had from the Thames Valley Innovation and Growth team, it's been a fundamental part of the growth of the company. The reason I say that is because they've helped plug gaps that have been in the business. You know, as a small business owner, when you're trying to grow a company quite quickly, I certainly didn't have all the skill sets that were required to do that. So having mentors that can come in with expertise and experience of growing business quickly has been an incredible help to the company.
The High Growth Accelerator gives the participants the tools to grow their business. It puts them into contact with peers who are also growing businesses so they can share knowledge and share experience. And the outcomes of coaching for high growth are a transformed business. The owner-founder has confidence to put agreed strategies into place and to take the business to the next level. Anybody interested in the Accelerator programs should visit our website to get some more background information, and don't hesitate to call us in our Reading office.